The program you still listen to now. Good morning, Salon. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. As we mentioned inside one part, we headline stories. Them now the program they talk to the mayor for the Freetown City Council. We now even Akie Sawyer. We can talk about the proposed division or the proposed creation of new localities. Also talk about the push crisis na the city, talk about climate and other things them we concern the Freetown City Council. For Sika Data, one welcome on the program. Good morning and welcome to the program, Mayor.
Morning, Musa. Morning, Usman. Morning, viewers.
Okay.
And listeners.
Okay. This BNTM, we see announcements with the Minister for Local Governments and Rural Development, with Tabalamina Bimek, say governments, among other things, for create new localities na the Freetown City Council, also Tonlunge City, and also do new boundaries for districts na the east and southern region. We said in the create Banda Juma and other one them. But for today, we look at the creation of new localities and also things them we get for do with the Freetown City Council and within the council don't they do for able improve Freetown. Then make we get the mayor na the program today. Once again, good morning.
Thank you. I'm glad for there.
It don't be a while now.
Yes, it don't be a while now.
Okay. From the background we agree to listeners and viewers, this BNTM we will get the minister now where they give updates on the plan where government gets for creating new localities in Freetown. We get plenty to really look at it, but make we start from that footings. The Freetown City Council we don't get this message for the creation of new localities. What's in our response to this one?
Okay, well, Musa, I think say before I give the response, it's important for me explain say when we day in political leadership, where we day in governance, we day for serve the people. The primary responsibility of politics now development for ensure say people and living standards increase, that services then be delivered. So now that's for be the motive behind anything we would do. The other thing I think say very important for me point out is that the plans them and proposals we don't be put forward for post 2028. So I know they talk this because as the mayor, I suddenly forget the city where at the minister where I be voted for divided. So not a personal response. This not a response from a professional perspective. As a city administrator, we don't do in this function for 7 years, but also an economist. We get a background, me degree in development economics, and of course, as a Freetonian, we're passionate about me city because now that passion they make me self run into government. So just forget that context and that background, we're very important. Now, by way of chronology, how this thing happen, I go just remind famble them, say now rumors first we begin here. And then February 10, I did a meeting who say the Minister of Local Government say Freetown don't too big, we can't divide them. And then the advisor to the president be saying then at that same meeting in February, inside council, something for do with human development, he said the same thing. So now rumor, and then we hear it on social media, and all that 10 day, no concrete proposal not be put forward. So we said been glady when we've been getting opportunities for actually hearing, because when you hear the thing, it help you for respond. So we been no say so many flaws then they even with the concept of a city way so small. By any standards, 82 square kilometers, for let you say they can divide them for improved service delivery, now contradiction in itself. Why? Because this is not a city, unlike most other cities, not only in Africa but globally, where many of the key functions, when are the services where the city council for deliver, actually in the hands of central government. If I can just mention the main ones them. Land use planning and building permit. As at the council just now, I drive along Bass Street. Right now, if you go to Bass Street, you meet person the build inside the gutter. I see the pillar and the float where they don't float the one floor. This that the things and where lead to flooding, where it lead to other disasters. As far as land use planning go, we also get a situation. I actually get for go and record a video when I come on here, where we don't see through all the work we do, and even through surveys, that about 50% of the population of the city who side and tap road not day. That now failure of land use planning, that now failure of building permitting, failure of service delivery when not in the hands of the council. Let me come to the basic water. Most councils responsible for water, in this case the Ministry of Water Resources, now to them guma the report. You can't to light, of course, that not to every council get light, but now very important one for this city here, and light day with EDSA. Waiting at the other service where everybody very concerned about road maintenance where they affect drainage, construction. If you see them slabs, then we don't broke all side. You see them furniture, then road from them railings, then we don't lay them all side. Not to council. So if you talk about service delivery, for we, if you come to education, the main responsibility of council for education, now for go distribute teaching and learning materials, where in the last 3 years, as we all know, teaching and learning materials not be distributed. So if you say you want divide the city because of service delivery, you want improve sanitation, well, I can tell you say that's not going to improve sanitation, because you defragment. What I mean by that, you make the coordination issues them more. I don't see post them where then they say, hey, you let you talk tire with the divide here. That the show say the issue not about the people, the kind response not about the people, and because this na actually something way of importance to that extent. One thing way I do, when the government make the presentation on the 18th of September, when they do the presentation, we finally get the details of waiting at their reasons, waiting and purport as their reasons. So me, because this is something where actually gets there's a whole study, there's a whole subject matter. City not a thing where you just, I mean, you study about cities. You get at the University of Cape Town a whole department we name the Africa Center for Cities. As send waiting government then presents to we, to them professionals, to professors them, we're able to compare with multiple cities because they gave examples of different cities. So I go like in as we go along for talk waiting government say na the reason, then waiting as some of the counters where the actual African centers for cities they're able to present. And if you read them, you see say Boko waiting we be not the talk as council align with that one day.
Now, when you talk about division, they talk about division, but when the minister they talk, it's not about division, it's about creating new localities within the city.
You know it's in called semantics, Naina semantics. Musa, Usman, Freetonians, na division. Freetown City Council, na one council. If you remove Freetown City Council and you create 3 new city councils, you don't divide Freetown City Council into 3. If Freetown Day from Orugu Bridge to Levuma, you now say you did get a mayor from Orugu Bridge to Upgon, you get another mayor from Upgon to Congo Cross, you get another mayor from Congo Cross to Levuma. You don't divide Freetown.
But these things will come out from the minister according to Ram.
But now look the documents. We then do presentation. Then show it on the screen. The different the thing we are called so not from me talk more. Now waiting and showing at the screen. Because if you remember when we begin get the rumor, wait till we talk, wait till we been feel, we mean they say then they can't divide Freetown into 2. When they can't do presentation, now 3. And I can tell you, I think it's very important for make we go on to, waiting at the reasons them wait and see. Me don't talk say that service delivery argument, it totally flawed, because you did lost economies of scale. Just imagine, Musa, say you now when you want business license if you business day, if you get shop now Wilkinson Road, and you get other shop now Kissy Road, now Freetown City Council they council for business license. If you get 3 different localities, you get for deal with 3 different local governments. The level of complexity and the level of wastage with that involved. We've not already talked. Let me not forget this point. We start with this. So, this now September done. The 2025 budget. In fact, we did do budget preparation for 2026. Then the art process there we get meetings, and today the 2025 budget government not give 1 penny yet.
All right. Well, we can look at that keenly because the minister, me say otherwise concerning that budget day. But again, you mentioned about you concern we are in the ministry say that you can't get 3 localities na Freetown. Somebody go ask say within the mayor the afraid we make you normally then divide the city.
Yes, so I'm not afraid. And then Naimika come up and explain, say, this not about me. This not about a concern, say, when you do technical actions them, we not to talk about, community football club. We not to talk about, school alumni association. We talk about the capital city of a country. So when you deal with the capital city of a country, you for no say. So let's step back 1 second. Maybe this could help with context. In 2018, the World Bank published a study we then do. Then you take resources, then take time, then take effort with the support of government for do a study we then call an urban sector review. The title of that study, now Freetown as an engine of growth for Sierra Leone. You understand? So what you talk about is we as a country, we did among the 5 least developed in terms of with GDP and with per capita income as a country. The UN Human Development Index, we did among the bottom 10. We did in a place where we know they usai we fit day as a nation. When we make decisions, we supposed for to make decisions where they lift we up and not take we down. And you get to understand, say, like I say, this not a decision about a village club. This not a decision about alumni association. Right. This not a decision about a capital city. Everything where you do, they get impact on the economy. Everything where you do, they get impact on people then social, economic status. Everything where you do, they get impact on even we ability for let businesses then grow.
Right.
So we no go just take them lightly. You get a whole body of study and literature academics where they do degrees, masters, PhDs on the study of cities. So if you want to make a decision and you interest now the people of Freetown, that is decision they for be well informed. Okay. One of the things that I'll just close on this. One of the things that we're very, very clear is that when you divide, I want to go into some of the examples that we then give. I want to go into the presentation with government key because then come with a presentation. But as I say, I submit that presentation to professional academics. Okay. We're able to compare waiting then he say with the reality and the truth. So for example, examples we then give of Nairobi, they under one governor. And now that subdivision, but I see you want to say something, so I'll let you talk and then I'll come back.
Because the minister said the reason why make the one for divide again, now because the FCC not able to carry development go in a certain place there, wherein, una dey strain the people of this country.
Oh,
so
really?
If they divide the city, it go more easier for let people then get basic services we council for offer.
So let me break that down. I did take them first from the explanation say FCC not able to bring services. Anything you do let be evidence based. When you talk about all the examples where they don't give, if you look at other countries, you go find out say the idea of devolving, within devolve function, you devolve the function and the financial resources. So if you say FCC not able to deliver services, with the services we talk about, function, the devolution of finance camp, we just don't highlight the fact, or me just to highlight the fact, say, now the year they done so, and we not get budget allocation. And just to quickly touch on waiting another clarification, in 2024, the budget will come na 2/3 quarter 1, 2, and 3. The allocation for quarter 4, because when you look at an allocation by year, it gets specific amounts within the budget. The one for quarter 4, 9B dispersed in August 2025. So if you want to argue, say, the quarter 4 of 2024 where you not been gi, not to 2024 you only gain, now 2025, fine, you can say that, but the reality still exists. Say you not been gi the 4th quarter in 2024, the amount where you gi in 2025, now the amount of the 4th quarter, but still you're talking about 1 quarter delivered in August, almost the end of the 3rd quarter, nothing from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and you say we not deliver services. Okay, let me also come now to break that down further. One of the things we come clearly from the commentary from the African Centers for Cities is the fact, say, you get cross subsidization in any city, because every city gets areas of greater economic wealth than others. Almost every city must get area USA you get people them of lower economic income or a lower economic or socioeconomic standing. In we own case, you see this, the east end of Freetown. We currently have 48 wards, although they say wards not there, but we have 48 wards. And if you divide Freetown into 2, you take the east as the first, the one them from Orugu Bridge, take 423, and then the west going on to Levuma. What you go find, because we have the data where the ministry not even attempt for access and review so that they can be informed, but we get the data where show say 20%, only 20% of the revenue where we collect in total as a city come from the east. So if you say you want to separate the east, let the east stand by itself, that means to say even waiting we able for share cross subsidize with the east no go be possible, because the east go be limited to only waiting the east able produce. And not forget, this also comes with staff costs, it comes with office costs, the cost of EDSA, the cost of water rate, we don't more than double from where we day the current government day in governance. All of them and they go be running cost of each of these municipalities. All the examples where the minister gave in presentation, and they're actually examples where USAID then get 2 tier of local government, where even if, so you know, the example of London, you still get a mayor of London over all of those cities. The example of, well, they're not even municipalities, but the example where then let me use Abuja, you still get the federal territorial council. And the important thing to note is that you not go for fragmentation. Cape Town being fragmented, Cape Town consolidate and bring all of the individual municipalities into one Cape Town City Municipality or Cape Town City Council. Good reasons then they, and then do studies for inform that. If we talk about having each area under a single mayor and no collaboration, you really did talk about increasing cost with no new revenue, reducing service delivery, reducing efficiency. Let me just take with property rate system when we introduced in 2020.
Mayor,
the investment for that property rate system was over $1 million. Now you say you split the city, into 3. So you now need to build a new property rate system for each of those localities. For the government able support Makini, Kenema, Bo, forget that system, they're not able. Now World Bank pay for letting able get them property rate systems installed in those cities. So we're talking about depriving residents of Freetown of services and not the other way around.
They come back?
I just want to say one last thing.
They come back to you, Mayor?
Okay, when
they
we come back. When we come back.
For the
no
program,
problem.
we go for a break, we'll come back.
Okay.
We go listen to what the minister say with regard this one and get you respond on them. Sure. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue. They come to you from 98.1 FM. We still get the mayor for the Freetown City Council, Akie, Sawyer, where they talk about the position, the council position on the creating of new localities, where in describe as not a creation of new localities but a division of Freetown. But we they go back and listen to what the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs say with regards waiting the happen at council, then go inform council about this, or we then go engage them and self other things that we get for the council.
We're going to be honest to come with Sierra Unions. And when we talk about honesty, you know, genuine intention of people. It's not difficult for let you know. We knew exactly say that event or activity will be engaged. It was carefully orchestrated.
By who?
By the mayor and in cohorts. Clearly, we see in the social media. In the social media, there were several messages sent around in social media for say una come or free to una come. Then they come for we like for some people, then they come for can do something way bad. Let me finish, Musa. Let me finish this particular one. We went to a meeting where before say, well, how are you gonna say you're orchestrated? When somebody they carried already about information, say this that's something really can happen. Right from the onset, they go get the one they will see though, everybody is seated nicely. Okay? Then all of a sudden placards come out. That means you get pre-planned at a particular juncture for let you instigate people that say when I come for can do this. And
but this is an allegation. This is an allegation.
Well, it can be an allegation because this is the reality. This is what we experience.
No allegation that the names them we call say now they're responsible.
No, but you don't understand. We don't have the media
for that.
You don't have the media. No. I can be held responsible for that, for what I'm saying. In fact, when me and Mayor I tell him, I say, Mayor, this is carefully orchestrated by you. It is choreographed, and everything we find there. The people that say, well, you attract for let you bring them come in here. We know how to hire them for bring them come in here. All now the government they get intelligence, but clearly we wanted to make a pronouncement and engage at that first step. From now, we will go on for engage the people in our Freetown for let them understand exactly what the government want to do. That situation wherein even as we don't for talk, we don't make the pronouncement. Then after that, what we want now for the get various contributions then inside the hall. The mayor Sidonia me. And they try for quite the people that go for talk because obviously that had been pre-arranged. Say that this person for talk. Now sengbe. Now this person for talk. Now this person for talk. All that clearly they should see. Meetings have been held, and we know where it's coming from. Pronouncements have been made. Political pronouncement consider as saying a political rally that people then camp rather than for engage. For let we get a conversation, genuine conversation with the people of Freetown as we move along, that somehow then creates some leadership, and that is political. This issue of government not transfer money, you see, now these are the try for say, you know, go try for put government in a bad state, and always that is what you do instead of actually saying what the reality is. Last year, you know, every year government they do budget in terms of what they go transfer. When you're in governance and you're in administration, you know, say sometimes there is a shortfall. Last year, government transferred 77% of devolved funds to the various localities. Budget year, now one full year. Whether budget year don't pass, the other year come. Obviously, when they make budget again for the other year, you know, we talk say government get debt in the other budget year when the budget year already done. This year, let's say again very clearly that the money that was transferred this year to all local councils now under the 2025 budget. So let us not make no mistake for beginning government say government not transfer no money, money we then transfer now last year money na and transfer. Far from it. Now this year money, now government don't transfer. And government, as I know right now, Ministry of Finance go transfer all the money very, very soon. Because I know say they don't approve and that money they go be transferred.
Well, that's not the Minister for Local Governments and Rural Development. We now Tamba Lamina, Community Affairs. I beg your pardon. Tamba Lamina they talk on waiting happen at the Freetown City Council. We then go do consultation and self on the money. We is mayor. They say they're not transfer. According to them, they don't transfer the couple to the Freetown City Council, and there is an allegation that you set up the people against the Minister of Local Government when they go for engagement. You deny it in person. You self don't listen. What's in a response, Yvonne Akie Sawyer?
Thank you very much, Musa. It's really unfortunate, but not the first time. I mean, I remember the time I've been go give a lecture at the request of the University of way been the Boston. Yale. I remember that whilst at the out, the minister do a press release, claiming say me go in the capacity of mayor and go sign a document with the city of New Haven. So it's not the first time I don't be subject to, unfortunate allegations. I want to just pick up on, I've been writing notes as you may talk, or as immediate talks, and I just want to respond in sequence. So you make the point, say, government make a pronouncement. So I think you get a little bit of a contradiction there. Is this a pronouncement or a consultation? You come for counter, we say, now this will do paupa, or you come for tell the people them a proposal and get feedback. I think they play on them two words and then that's something we're not for miss. And by the way, just before I continue, I just want to say, we really talk about we're not able to get services to some of the people. I mean, I want to think about districts like Kalau. I want to think about districts like Falaba, Koinadugu, where so you get remote areas, huge, vast areas, where you not get access to services. Why we not divide them into further districts in order for able for giddy services? And
so is it that they tell waiting government for do?
No, and so are we not Sierra Leoneans? So are we not? Is this not a democracy? Is that not the purpose of consultation? Consultation, I forget the views and thoughts of others. And really, we're not there in a dictatorship. By God in grace, we're not in a dictatorship.
So you think the dictatorship will happen in this?
Musa, did you listen to me or you just want to talk? Because what I say is, we're not there in a dictatorship. I say the purpose of a consultation now for give opportunity for voices to be heard. So even in this, me self these share out. If we say we're not able to deliver services, the city too big, I go tell you say the country not get light. I go tell you say we get the statistical I see 36% light. So we for divide salon? No. We not say we divide salon because we're not able to manage them. All the things the way government say they go do, they're not able to create the jobs, they're not able to handle the kush issue. So the thing too big, let we divide salon. You see the logic? The logic don't make sense. Then coming on to the allegation, as the minister say right there and then it turned to me. He said, now you choreograph all this. And I look at him and say, no, I did not.
Did you for the consultation?
Yeah, where's we sit down there? That's what I do. It is saying me that maybe they choose people for talk. There was a gentleman whose hand had been up for a long time, where the Lawyer Society, because I hear you calling name, I just point out, say, that man in nine first put it on. Now that's not choreographed. He wasn't even given the mic. So clearly I wasn't in charge. The mic, they in the hands of the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs, their staff. How me go talk, how me go determine who that they talk, when are they holding mic?
What about the placards?
Placard come out, do I know? And when he said I was out on social media, I mean, I ensured that I reach out to Freetonians. It's a public consultation. You should expect the public to attend. And in terms of the transfers, La reiterates this. You get something we call rollover. Then when in the previous year, you now make all the payments, you roll them over to the next year. Whether you choose for column roll over or not, I can't even understand how, as government, you go to come and talk, say, you don't give 1/4 allocation. So that means to say from July of 2024 till August of 2025, before you give money again, and now 1/4 you give, then you're not able to see, say, there is a lapse there. You say government can get shortfall. Well, local councils can also get shortfall. You able for accept, say, that it's a challenging economic environment for the government, yet you're not able to accept, say, that same challenging environment also applied to local councils. The Freetown City Council, they do incredibly well under my leadership in terms of resource mobilization. We don't exceed the levels of financing to the point where now government resource where they come accounts for less than 20% of waiting councils you run on. But you did look and say it's a failing on the part of FCC, but at the same time, the Lily and Natty, la call and that, where government forgive to local councils, not just Freetown City Council, but from Kono to Pujan, from Cambia to Moyamba. All of these councils are without resources.
But according to the minister, I said it only 77%.
In 2024.
Is it?
In 2024, listen to him again. He say in 2024, then give 77%, which is the 3/4. The 4th quarter, then not give. That 4th quarter now come in August 2025. Usmani, do you understand? It came in August 2025, and waiting the minister, they failed for do. Now for recognize, say, if as government, you're not able to reach your revenue targets, if as government, you're not able to make the investments in the other parts of the country, where they lead to this massive rural urban migration into Freetown, you're not able to recognize, say, you failure for provide electricity after 7 years, we still on the car power ship, you failure for feed salon, you failure for let Tomobom rice produce the harvest. All of these things, you're not able to recognize them and say, how do we solve them? Let me work on improving efficiencies. If you're able to take that view at a national level, then you're able to say at a local level, let me recognize, say, there are challenges in governance. We're not limited to Freetown City Council. We actually affect all the councils. So because the economic environment in which we all operate, now the one way the national government they take overriding responsibility for. So if there are challenges with revenue, if there are challenges with service delivery, go to the root cause, but also look at the academic and the empirical evidence. All the cities that where you call, where you say get divided, this report, the show clearly say now misrepresentation.
So the divide with the one divide Freetown forget different localities. You think they get anything for do with politics in this?
Which I can tell you for certain is that this action not in the interest of the people of Freetown.
Not the interest of who that?
Well, you know, typically when action to be taken by a government, we're not in the interest of the people, you go 110 for things, say there's a political motive. Because let me look at something. You say, one of the things that we didn't talk, they say greater political representation. We get a system where each ward gets a councillor. The councillor have been the voice of the people in those localities. This same government tell we say they don't do census and they're not able to do the delimitation. Therefore, there are no constituencies and there are no wards. You reduce, in spite of that, you reduce the number of elected councillors from Freetown City Council from 48 to 40. Their administrative 48 wards then still sort of exists because nothing else now don't be put in place. But instead of 48 councillors in the city, we now only have 40. And that 40 day, because of PR, you get wards them, we get 3 councillor tap day. You get wards them, we not get no councillor. So if you want for improved political representation, we get a system. Let we use reward system. We been get ward development committees. We're able to sit down with the people. We're able to pass message with the councillors onto the city council. That's not the structure. We're actually most beneficial. We're not the same structure that they use in Cape Town, not the same structure that they use in Nairobi, where you have these smaller localities. Even in the place like London, when you get several mayors, there's still an overall Lord Mayor of the, and the same is true in Kampala. The same is true. I was just with the governor of Nairobi, because they don't have councils, they have counties and their governors. But at the beneath that governor, you get sub counties, sub municipalities, but they're all the report in to a unit, and that coordination where this proposal want for scrap now in very, very detrimental to the delivery of services, to the increase in operating costs, and to the increase in fragmentation and lack of coordination.
Now, Mayor, in your own words, you say some time back it don't happen to you and you don't be subjected to many allegations from the central government or from the Minister of Local Government. I can recall back during the height of COVID-19, government been put an hold to the house and property tax.
Correct.
For collector.
Correct.
And according to the minister in our studio, when they go to the Western Rural District and meet with Cashew Hall and Cole, everything was smooth unless they come to the Freetown City Council. Why is it that the mayor for the Freetown City Council always get a standoff with the central government on issues?
Well, I'm not going to accept that statement, because always means, always. It means it's universal, and that's not the case. Many things in the way the Freetown City Council don't do in collaboration with central government. I mean, I can think of, for example, we did implement a project on the World Bank, PSSNYE, where we did do with the ministry with NACSA. That project did go very, very smoothly. We did work very well with NACSA. I can also tell you, I don't do several engagements with the Ministry of Tourism. I don't do engagements with the Minister of Gender. We don't do engagements, the cable car. I'm very pleased because 98.1 and one side for a long time would have been run some kind of series about the cable car under Daddy Wakabot. So make Daddy Wakabot note they say the Minister of Finance don't write to we for say then they give them strong support to the cable car, and you don't ask we for there. We form an interministerial committee so that we can go forward with the structuring of the financing. So these are all examples of where the Freetown City Council, in the interest of development, which now that we all day are for, they work very, very well with other arms of government. In the case of the Ministry of Local Government, we also get positive example because we take sanitation bylaw to Parliament through the Ministry of Local Government. Waiting, I think, is very important for everybody understand. Democracy means you get multi-party political landscape. You get different parties, we get different ideologies. And in our own case, the capital city, actually the elected official come from a different party to the central government. Maturity required in democracy. Maturity required in governance. We for able to understand, say, we may have different views, but that don't mean to say for be war. First and foremost, for be the betterment of the people than way we they are for govern. And so, I go say again, this policy, my objection to this proposal, not to a personal one, my objection not to a political one, my objection a professional one, my objection based on facts, my objection based on empirical evidence, my objection based on data. This is a policy where even stand at odds with the current World Bank project under the Ministry of Lands, where they look into land use planning and the devolution of those services, and we don't build a structure plan for the Western area region. And understanding and appreciation say, when cities then they grow, what you did do now for bring in the peripheral under the main administrative unit, not for begin split them. Because as I said before, also you don't split from Orugu to how they call it, Upgon. You say that's now one old city, then for Timap for themselves, more like where government not able even give the allocation for the 22 councils where they now. Then you want can add how many more? Because then the proposal for add 2 na Freetown, 2 na rural, then 4, plus 2 na the south, is then 6 new councils. 22 councils then at table now. Government's not able. We argue over 1/4 allocation given at the end of the 3rd quarter. I don't think say that argument that way possible for the make sense.
It seems the mayor they look like believe the government ability for handling council sir with them plan for create.
Well, as we say now, the evidence now they talk for himself. For one thing, the one that we did now, the support's not forthcoming, and the support is minimal. You get other countries where in the constitution then get minimum level of budget where they go to the local councils. Because remember, the idea of the local council now for we where they closest to the people, be the one for implement and operationalize that close to the people for they are the coal face. But the government they collect all the tax. Then he say mayor they collect local tax. Everybody they pay tax, GST, NRA. All of those taxes are going to the central government. Right. When you do your road license, now central government it go to. When you pay your road tax, now central government it go to. When you buy one plate restaurant, that GST now central government it go to. This is at a national level. When people import and when they pay Asikuda, Naport, all they go to the central government. No. And yet, we happy for say, the Minister of Local Government happy for say, oh, government gets shortfall. But you not expect say, the councils, you expect say the councils not reflect the challenges where the government they get. The government they get challenge.
Quickly
then
before,
imagine how much challenge the local councils then they get.
Quickly before we go for break and take other material, it seems as if I asked the minister the last time, as if beefing between the mayor and the minister. Waiting they go on between that two way, people not able to see one side.
Oh no. I mean me not go say that. Because I mean this is not professional relationship with Dayan with capacity. As in my case an elected official, in his case an appointed official. We there and with capacities for serve the people. His Excellency the President appoints the minister. Me, the people of Freetown, elect me.
Because the reason why I asked, somebody just messaged, say, even the last minister, Philip Tetema Tundune.
He was the deputy.
Deputy, na Subak Unamede get issues we according to say the mayor look a problem.
Oh dear. Very selective reporting. So I think we all very, very well remember a situation where because I refuse for allow payments to be made without appropriate records and documents, without appropriate checks and balances, the former minister, the former deputy minister, be very aggravated in public. And actually at the time where media they're all been there and then take note of them and then record them, and I don't think so you can make that comparison because we're talking now about
the view of the people.
That's the view of that person. That's the view of that person. But me no say 7 years on, 2 elections, voted with an even greater majority in my second election. I believe say wasn't the people of Freetown they're interested in is service delivery. The people are interested in commitment from their mayor, and that we have. And when it comes to personal relationships, these are professional relationships.
And you think don't they deliver the services?
Oh, absolutely. So with all the absolutely, I'm ready for it.
Because I still get this gift where you give me some time back.
Okay.
Transform Freetown plan.
Okay.
We can look at some of the things that we don't do inside this plan.
Absolutely.
In terms of development.
And transform Freetown, transforming lives. When are they plan for this administration? Absolutely.
Continue for stay with me inside the program.
Okay.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. Still inside the program we get the mayor for the Freetown City Council, our worship Akie Sawyer. Madam Mayor, before we go for that break, we do a story on playground. We Jene Amara Bangali they call on parents then for picking them, go to do more physical playing down for using phone and tablet. But the other part again, the space them. What do you make up of this?
Well, the space is a major issue. I mean, we get a situation, even like the school now, Kongotong, Ephraim Robinson School, I should say, when I've been followed that case day, away a member of parliament go and commandeer the school playground. You know, it taken for commercial purposes. We go to police, we go to court, we take injunction, we go to government, we go to Ministry of Local Government, we go to Ministry of Education, we go to ONS. When we talk about law and order in a country, it's very, very shocking for no say an institution, a whole local government institution, when at Freetown City Council go get we land, in this case a playground, literally taken, and then all efforts, legal efforts for retrieve that and not let it be used commercially by an individual fail. To this point, the injunction where the courts put on them not effective. Playgrounds are very, very important for picking and growth. Space now premium. As we sit on, so I get a meeting last week. I believe say we don't say we do them water kiosks. We don't do 25. We get 40 more under construction. But we also supposed for to do 15 public toilets. You can believe say we enable find the space. The water kiosks that we put, them boreholes and wells, past we get for do MOU with people then for their private land. Why is that the case? Land, I don't tell you, Musa, where you look so quizzical. Land not they under the control of the council.
But council they give land to people now. The
council not they give land.
Would
to
they
people.
give their shop there?
You mean the one?
Yes.
SLRA and council don't sit down together. From when I came in 2018, the first thing I do, and within the first 3 months, I will put a moratorium on land leases. Council is fully aware that there's roadside, the right of way belong to SLRA. Things that may not happen prior to my administration. But I can tell you, say, we work with SLRA, and anybody will come to me, anybody will come, me to tell them, say, na SLRA, but SLRA also, their own objective supposed for be for maintain the right of way in order for let it be available for road expansion. Council get few places where we get land. Of course we get some land, but not land available for public toilets, not land available for water wells. We get with schools, we get some community centers, we get some fields, but wait till they try, the point that they try for make, and I want to let you get this and really understand, because it's foundational and fundamental. USA, you not get the function of land use planning. No matter who that get a land, you will not be able to deliver services for the future or even for the current. Because when you do land use planning, you say, like, let me take a then community like Moiba, Mainkine, fairly new communities. Even Allentown, when I came in 2018, Allentown was still a virgin area. We'll be really excited, say, here is an opportunity for plan Allentown, for make sure, say, you get roads, you get USA, you will preserve for health facilities, USA, you preserve for water. Wait till happen. Allentown was given away in a raffle with no planning, no access roads put, and that's the story of the entire city. So when it comes to playgrounds, if we're not able to fence, we actually don't get for go back to we funding partner and tell them, say, we simply cannot find places for the public toilets. We go make a minimum few, I think that's 6. The rest we try for user funding day for see okay. We go able for get boreholes. No. So this is a major challenge. And if you talk about dividing Freetown, we come back to waiting at the fundamental issues. Okay. If you not look for divide districts way so remote that services even access impossible, but you talk about a city way so compact and can't expand further, because unless you go inside the water, they already don't go up the hills, then you're not talking about access.
No.
You're talking about fragmentation of densely populated areas.
Now,
and the service delivery challenges are not because of the existence of a single council, no. The service delivery challenges are because of how the services are being delivered, by what institutions,
now, Mayor,
and with what resources.
Mayor, when the minister they talk about the division, or when government they talk about division, they talk on the basis of development issues, and
but we don't prove say that's not accurate at all.
We get what you call the
It's not development issues. We get development issues in the whole country.
We get
major development issues, much more significant development issues in the entire country.
There's no
word not there that is Freetown. Who said the development input of Freetown City Council has not been
you
felt.
get transform Freetown plan, then people they challenged say they know they see tangible of deliveries under the transform Freetown plan. You did today. What are some of the deliverables under the transform Freetown plan?
Well, one major deliverable where you go see on the transform Freetown plan, now the sanitation improvements in the city. Sanitation.
Okay.
Sanitation.
Now
we sweep over 100 streets every single day with the exception of Sundays. And we also don't institute, it took us a long time because there were challenges to do it, but thankfully we don't get the new bylaws where they bring household waste collection to all properties. But let me tell you again, as I've been saying before, if the sanitation challenges, now 3 things I go point out. We show you say coordination and issue. We show you say Freetown doesn't exist in a vacuum. Number 1, the dump sites. Kissy and King Tom. We had $20 million approved by the World Bank for let we able for build a sanitary landfill na Hastings. The only thing we make after 4 years the World Bank been get for withdraw that money, government fail for give them the land. So if we not able to close down with dump site, even when we don't secure the funding, you see challenges. I'll give you another challenge. I'll give you the challenge of the transfer stations. When I go remember that scene where the Minister of Lands then, the current Minister of Works, go and break the transfer station physically with soldier man them. That place there today, it's just disused. The transfer stations which were eventually built, the 5 or was it 6 that were eventually built, until now, we'll not be able to utilize them because at the time, the erstwhile chief administrator actually blocked the implementation. And then you get the situation, you mentioned that earlier, where the very Minister of Local Government, where they talk today about service delivery, where they fail to acknowledge, say, governments get resource constraints, we make they only able for pay 1/4 allocation, and yet somehow they imply, say, City Council for be totally resourced, that same minister be stopped from collecting property rates.
But
in
they
2020
also give money in that regard.
Then give money. No. Then give a basic minimum way being calculated for cover the bare essentials. One of the things that we do at that time was the cleanest zone competition. As competition we've been geared towards mindset change, and we all know say mindsets are a major issue with sanitation. Right. You go sit on here, you drink this water musa, sometimes you know go do but you come in there all, then the Ibana grown. Changing those mindsets, that's something we do effectively under the cleanest zone competition. Something where we will not be able to do when somebody, if imagine you born, elect you to go na office and then they pay you salary. Wait till you don't lost for let you get them back, not easy.
Okay.
Wait till we lost by not having our revenue for 1 year. Waiting that mean in terms of pulling us back from our service delivery being substantial and significant, and it also affect people their mindsets. It take a long time for let compliance rates and come up, and we still struggle with compliance rates.
They talk about government allocation to the council, but same way so the council they get funding from development partners. How much couple una they get per year and what una they use?
They work so. There's no given amount per year. We know they're on budget supports like a central government. Waiting council they do is council, this particular council under me leadership, we transform Freetown agenda. Now one way we share and we get partners for come on board. Okay. So for example, you talk about delivery. In this right now, a procurement process to go through on the CBD regeneration program. That's now a program we about for kickoff. The mayor of Zurich in Switzerland, the Kaya next month, for stand with Kaya in November, for stand with me, because now the city of Zurich now then don't give 2.5 million Swiss francs, not in we hands, in the hands of UN Habitat, for implement a car parking scheme, control parking zone, improved pavements, even though na SLRA then work with it, collaborate with them, as well as green spaces and solar light in the central business district. This not tangible development, and this not an example of support coming externally. But not to foresee we get a budget.
We'll get like 10 minutes.
Okay.
We just want cut and short for very important issue. Then firstly, yes, we can look at Kush, but quickly, they opened the Sawyer ground sometimes back, and according to information from NASIT now that they invite you, you no go. What happen?
What happened is that in 2018, when I become mayor, I be aware, say, Sawyer grounds now be council property. The Victoria Park, now we've been getting land. So I go to NASIT, I call, I ask for a meeting, for go ask how we the partner, waiting go be, we working relationship going forward. Unfortunately, in we own case as well, we've been short on records. The record keeping them is so good. And where I can meet the council. So I've been also asked them for documents. Then talk fine to me, but they're never forthcoming with the documents. In the years we passed between 2018 to now, we go show you the records. I get the letters. We don't reach out to NASIT on at least 3 occasions for ask for we please able for work. This now we property as well. We understand, so we get 25% of the ownership of that site day, of that project day. NASIT completely lock we out. We not get a single response from NASIT. We not get a single collaboration with NASIT. So I received the letter about I can't tell you anything. I've never even been there. I can't tell you anything about the stores. I can't tell you anything about the management. I can't tell you anything about the organization at all, even though legally and no say council in resources they inside our project, because now council put in the land when a significant part of the development in value. I received the letter the day before. That program happened on the same day as the public consultation for the division of Freetown. So I choose, given the importance of the division of Freetown, I choose to attend the public consultation. But we send a representative, Freetown City Council sent a representative to the opening.
Okay, so now let's look at Kush, as you don't clear that particular, allegation women there.
Oh, no, allegation? Oh, yes. Wow. Okay, good to know.
What's your makeup of the status of young man presently with involved into Kush?
Okay, the reason why Miss F say Kush when you say we never talk about something else is because this now a crisis, a national crisis, where not it gets the attention where it deserves, and not it gets the response where it require. Are they on the sharp end because of the bodies? The bodies not the tip of the iceberg. Every day, even yesterday, 2 calls. Mayor, please, can't clear this body now. And for me, I wrote to the Minister of Internal Affairs. I now put them out as an open letter, but I say, it was being shared around. In fact, Musa, you call me and I tell you, say, I not been put them out as an open letter. Yep. But the reason why I reach out to the minister, and I go reach out again, because to the best of my knowledge, I haven't had a reply, is that for we collect at this point, for a government, we say human capital development, not in priority. We no say we youth, now we future. For we day in a place where the conversation not about why, but what. This should not be a conversation purely about who collects corpses. Having corpses on your street, this is madness. I mean, in which country you get dead youth on your street on a daily basis? They at war. In which country? I mean, the normalization of waiting totally abnormal. Now a major cause for concern. It means that people will not be so numbed. I mean, every day we had to drive home. from at the lights at Aberdeen, the lights at Lumley, both in the morning and in the evening, you see groups of youth way disheveled, discolored, because say they affect them, your pigmentation. I mean, this is our future. And as one of the callers said, I heard this on site, so maybe it was in the car coming. This isn't just about people where they, dragman them. This is everybody's kids,
okay.
And not just kids, adults. So we need for us the right question. Why do we have this supply so freely here? Why we not see action? We commensurate with a crisis, not to just for announce say we get a drug czar, not to just for announce say we get a national emergency. Let we see action. We tie in with that. Let we see not just once or twice some raiding of some place. This thing is being sold everywhere, and there are people who are at the top, because in any drug trade,
how
am I supposed to know?
No,
but that's not my job.
Okay.
My job is to flag out and highlight the fact that this tier they be treated with levity and not so something.
You write to the minister within a response.
I haven't had a response as
You
far
not
as I
respond to
know.
you?
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
Not that I've seen, but I'll go check my mail again, but not that I've seen.
Okay.
But I actually feel say, as a nation, we simply cannot continue to turn a blind eye. Now we future, now in the disappear. And also, not just in terms of the victim, because sometimes to your own picking, sometimes to your own brother, sometimes to your own sister. Not to just, it's the future of the nation. Because who said we don't become a narcotics hub? When you type in Free Sierra Leone on Google, and you begin to see drugs, narcotics, this now an indictment on we government, because now then they in charge, and this not something waiting for wake up and say not under my watch. So I really encourage government, say, you're busy, the ministers, they come talk about dividing a city into three. We have people dying on the streets. I believe, say, this is what our focus should be. If we talk about limited resources, you don't say government, they get shortfall in resources. Let us direct the resources to where they are most needed, saving our youth.
Okay.
As well as making sure we get oxygen in the hospitals, so we can save the babies that are dying there too.
Mayor, let me look at the issue of the car cable or cable car. Cable car.
You in this car cable. Cable car.
Yeah. So, what's in the status of it?
As I was saying earlier on, I mean, I really want to extend my thanks to the Minister of Finance. They did a thorough review of the feasibility study documents, and they don't reach out for, say, in response to we letter, reach out for, say, then they give support, and they're ready for work for put the financing together. We already identify financing, for part of the transaction. We get a lot of interest. In fact, even next week, we don't be invited by Lagos government, because they have to do a cable car, to an investor conference there on cable cars for continue for build up on support. And of course, other cities are running ahead. Dakar, Kigali, they're all moving forward with cable cars. So let Freetown be the first.
You left message for Wakabot with the cable car or car cable, but Louis, know from you if
I left message with her.
You said I left message for
yeah.
You go read the message, but now we look at the issue. This cable car function during the tenure at all.
Well, it all depends on how long it takes for raise the finance. So we write to the government. I don't talk with the Minister of Sport, and I don't ask for. In fact, we only send we staff to the meetings with them, and I look forward for get a comprehensive update from we own staff as well, because clearly anything we do in the national interest, that's something where we self want put an under and make sure say the best is done for the people of Freetown and for the people of Sierra Leone. So I not get the facts on this, but that's something where me self get interested in, and I go soon get to understanding and ensuring say we get a collaborative approach for ensure say the stadium go be utilized fully, because now for we all benefit.
All right. Plenty thank you for joining me inside the program.
Thank you.
Name na Akie Sawyer, in the mayor for the Freetown City Council. As they tell you about in work and different things that we get for do with allegation. But our preparedness don't turn like for your presidency.
Yes. I see Musa the pink shoe.
Our preparation don't turn like.
Well, say we get first we get for do a lower level elections. We get for get we own flag bearer election. Where they happen. And I think, say, from where we understand now, it could be like the March term of next year. Yeah. So we move forward with our plans and they, and are very excited and very committed to moving forward with the delivery of services and serving the people now, not just of Freetown, but of Sierra Leone.
And you're hopeful for the flag bearership?
Absolutely.
I hope we will get time with you on your ambition for the flag bearership of the APC and presidency of Salon.
I'm sure we're gonna make the time in the coming months.
It's plenty thank you for joining us at the program this morning. We want to say plenty thank you to producer Michael Sambola out support for me, Kabe Mangemansari. Plenty thank you to DJ Kiman, Wegi technical support, Joseph Sunga, Fatimata Samo, and Jaffa Mans Davis, Mekuna Civil Live on Facebook. So to meet another 10 minutes, Musman Kamara, have a wonderful day.
Musa Kamarisi, bye bye.